Recording is on.
Oh, that was loud. Okay. That was loud on my side. Hang on. Okay. So I'm going to kind of. Are these two people related from the same line? Oh, okay, perfect. Sorry, they keep showing themselves on the same line in the same area, like all together. I'm like, okay. Okay. Hang on. Is one of them a dad or dad? Oh, that's your okay, because he keeps going dad, uncle, and I'm like, oh, okay. Hang on. Wait, wow, did he pass? Wait, did dad pass when you were really, 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 really young? Okay, because he says, wow, he's like a kid. He's like, I don't even think she'd remember me, and I was like, wow, hold on. And I know you're thinking, oh, I don't think he'd remember me, but it's this whole surprising thing. Hang on. Throw you up. He's talking about that. He's like, oh, we'd have such a good time. He was very into you. Like you're such a good baby. You're such a good kid. Oh my god. Hang on. Uh wait, did him and his brother die together? Okay, because he says we went out together. Wow.
He talked a lot about how before he passed away, he used to keep a journal. He would say in his journal that he missed my uncle and his grandpa before he passed. That they were there for him.
Really? Wow. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, that's interesting that he still talks. This gets really hardcore very quickly, FYI. Welcome into the channeling room. Hang on. Hold on. Took it like a champ right in front of me. He's talking about when death came, he took it like a champ. I said, oh, okay. It's so weird and random. Hang on. So it came for him. So something caused him to die. Hang on. Why is he saying hold on. Hold on. So there's three very different types. So when we have grandfather, brother, and him, everybody passed in a very different way from each other. And was one of them, hold on, like one's kind of natural, one's more like an accident feeling or something like that. And then another one is either because of me or like self, or it's another type of freak accident thing that went along with it. Hang on. Because now I'm channeling three people. We're going to get into this too. Hang on. We had to let him go. So the grandfather passed first, or his dad?
So I never knew his dad. He passed away before I was born, I think.
That's okay. Yeah.
But my other grandfather, my mom's dad, he passed away before he passed.
Okay, cool. Why is the twin brother very frustrated with life?
I'm not 100% sure. He was kind of he moved away back to New Jersey before he died, and he was very frustrated. He wanted to be with his daughter, which is my cousin.
Yeah.
And he was always on the phone with my mom, saying how he just wished he could get pregnant and just move back and take custody of her.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very frustrating because she wanted to hold the baby.
Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, and that's why he's frustrated about the situation. That's why I'm like, oh, hang on. Hold on. Hang on. Then he came after me. Hang on. Did one of them? So who out of one of them? Who is the one that's saying It's himself that caused death. Who's the other one that had the accident?
So
So
it's
it's
kind
kind
of
of
weird
weird
because
because
we
we
don't
don't
know
know
how
how
my
my
uncle
uncle
died,
died
because
because
we
we
tried to
tried to
get
get
the
the
death
death
certificate,
certificate
Mm-hmm.
and
and
they
they
gave them
gave
like
them
a
like a
blacked out
blacked out
one.
one,
So we
so
don't
we
know
don't know
exactly what
exactly
my
what
mom
my mom
died.
died.
My
My
dad,
dad,
they
they
say
say
it
it
was
was
either
either
an
an
accidental
accidental
overdose
overdose
or
or
it
it
was
was
a
a
heart
heart
effect.
effect.
It's
I
I
could
could
never
never
really
really
tell
tell
which
which
way.
way.
Yeah, I feel like with the uncle, it's something to do with self. And then I feel with dad, it's an accident, like I'm talking about like accidental taking into my own hands type of overdose thing that goes in with the heart defect thing that also goes along with it. But this is the whole thing that dad is not a bad guy. So he's not a bad guy at all. Hang on. Hold on. Wait, so he wasn't with your mom at this point?
My dad,
My dad,
Yeah.
we're still together.
we're still
But
together.
my mom
My
was
mom
on taking
was
us to school when
on
he
taking
passed
us to
away.
school when he passed away.
That's okay. Okay. Because I'm asking, I'm like, who's with you? Who's with you? And he was like, oh, I was alone. I was alone. I was alone. I'm like, what is this? Hang on. Hang on. Hold on. Did he do cocaine?
I think he
I think
used
he
to.
used
My
to.
mom has
My mom
talked
has
about
talked
that.
about that.
I don't know if he
I
was
don't know
still
if he was
using
still using
cocaine at this
cocaine.
point.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Sorry, I know that's random, but I said, you're a nice guy. And he's like, what? And I was like, oh, you stop it. You stop it. You'll see me with my faces with them. Hang on. Hang on. High freak, high stress business. Wait, so John, his brother, was a high freak, high stress business guy?
They had a
They had a
computer
computer
company
company
together, and he
together,
was
and he was
trying to get it
trying
up
to
and
get it up
running
and running
again,
again,
or
or he was
trying to get a
trying to get a
job
job, like
doing
doing
sort
some
of
sort of like
Yeah.
construction type
construction
stuff.
type stuff.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. He's just talking about how he's like, God, like your dad's the more fun one. The other one is more like, we have to get this done now. Don't, hang on. Hang on. Came back. Wait. Do you make your money offline?
I work
I
from
work
home.
from home.
My
My
mom makes
mom
money
makes money
offline.
offline.
Okay. Because he's having a comment about this. He was like, they make money offline. Who knew? Who knew you could do that? Who knew you could do that? Like that. That's why I was like, who are we yelling about making money offline? Hang on. Hang on. Wait, does your mom actually? Your mom does. Wait, she sells, like, does she craft products and send it to people, or what does she do?
It's kind of like
It's
hard
kind
to
of like hard
explain.
to explain.
It's okay. It's okay. Hang on.
But yes, kind
Hang
of
on.
like
It's kind of like
We'll call it that. Hang on. We'll call it. Hang on. Hang on. Wait. Do you have a brother?
yes.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry. And he's talking about your mother. He's saying she was a hot little thing. And I was like, oh, perfect. And then he talks about brother. Wait, is that not his son?
So I
So
have
I
two
have two
brothers.
brothers.
They're both
They're
younger
both
than
younger
me.
than me.
My
My
brother that
brother
is
that
my
is my
father's
father
is
is
11 months
11 months
younger,
younger,
and the
and the
youngest, who is
youngest, who is
at
at
25,
25,
is
is
my
my
Mom's new. Okay. Because he's talking about like the son, and then he's like brothers. It's like not his. I'm like, what? How does this go? Hang on. She was only like, wow. Hold on. Wait, were you like 7 when this happened?
yeah.
Really? Okay, sorry, that's him. I asked him. I was like, how old was she when this happened? Like, how old? And he shows me 7. I was like, oh my God. Hang on. There. Wait, did they leave you at school while everything was happening at your dad for a little bit? Okay, sorry, because I'm asking. I'm like, oh my God, they took him to school, came back and got it. I was like, what happened with the kids? And he was like, oh no, he had to leave him there. Like, why she dealt with all this stuff and all that. Hang on, grandparents came to get them. Wait, did the grandparents come to get you?
No,
no,
we stayed
we
with
stayed
like
with
this
like this
best
best
friend. They were
friend. They
kind
were
of
kind
like
of like
family.
family.
Okay, because it's like I'm asking about like where's mom? They talk about taking off with another family, and I'm like, okay, so it must be grandparents. Hang on. And she was smacking me. He says he was smacking like that, trying to wake him up. Like, come on, come on, come on. Get. Hang on. He's like, I couldn't. I didn't wake up. I couldn't wake up. Did he have an accent?
You Jersey. I never know that. I don't remember very well.
Okay. Okay, so he's from New Jersey too. Okay. It's not Texas, like where I'm from. He has like this more like very matter of fact when we talk, here it is, like that. It's a different thing. Hang on. Hang on. He's like, God, we were pulling our hair out with that. He's like, no wonder I think I could have had a heart attack on that. I'm like, well, what do you mean about a drug overdose? Hang on. Said I like to keep myself awake. I think it may be a drug overdose. They went along with it. Hang on. Fuck. Hang on. Oh. He would be up working all hours of the night. Is that a thing? He's talking about. I was like, well, when did you sleep? He's showing me. He's talking about like I had to be up all hours of the night. We're pulling our hair out. He's like, what do you have to do when you have 2 younger kids? He's like, you got to get sleep sometimes, but sleep's not worth it. I was like, fine. He goes, he said I was fighting with my wife. So he was fighting with your mom at that point. You trust trying to make it better for the family. What happened with it? It went all by the wayside. So the whole computer company's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause I said, what happened with it? What happened to your legacy? He said, oh, it went all by the wayside. He said, I'd be all up to date by now. I was like, okay, fine. So wait, are you seriously dating somebody right now?
I'm engaged.
Okay, I was because he's like, oh, look at my daughter, she's all grown up, and he shows me like entwined, so it means like this is the thing, this is the it thing, and he's like, look, she's getting married, she's doing all these things. So I was like, oh, okay, hang on. And he's like doing it all without the handicap of her father, like that's like joking about it, and I'm like, oh my God, can you stop? Hang on. To hit you really hard. Oh my God. Daddy-daughter days, terrible. Oh, sorry. That's what he's like showing me. It's like these moments when you're in school and like you just break down crying because like just that's the best way to describe it. Like everything from like, oh, dad's come over here to like just, oh, hang on. They put you back in school in less than a week.
Yeah, we had I believe it was like really soon. We had the funeral I think 4 or 5 days after he died, and then I went to school like the last time.
Wow. Okay. Because I'm like, what happened with the babies? Like, were they off for a while? He's like, oh, they went to school in less than a week. Hang on. Hold on. He said, so y'all didn't move out of that house for a while. He said, I wanted them to get out of that house. I wanted them to get out of that place. That's what he said. He was talking about like going back to the memory, going back to the spot every single time, seeing it, like you, like rolling around in it, trying to be there. He's like, I wish they would have been able to go away. That way you wouldn't have been racked with that same memory over and over and over again. Hang on. They kept the same bed for quite some time. He says, I never thought that she'd get over it. So your mom really mourned him.
Yeah, she was very depressed. We actually did sleep on the bed because we obviously passed away in it. And so we kept it guard for like a long time. I don't know how long exactly, but it ended up moving and everything. They had done it for it, but we had it forever.
Really? Oh, he knows that. That's why he's like, oh, they kept the same bed and every. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, that's good that he just understands like how cool that is. I know you do. Well,
They feel so good.
they know. Hang on. Oh wait. Right, he's like he's pep talking you right now. He's like when you're here. Wait, okay, you and the fiance already have an apartment together, correct? Okay, cool. He's talking about make sure you have your own space. He's saying don't let him weasel his way into it. So I don't know if like you're sharing like an office space, you're sharing space right now. He's talking about like how you need your own. So you do that. That's dad for you. Hang on. He says me and your mother were always on top of each other, always on top of each other, obviously. So that means they came from like a smaller house and stuff like that. And he's like, don't be that way. Hang on. Hold on. He's talking about your fiance. He's talking about, oh, I could out talk him a mile a minute. Hang on. Hang on. He's like, good kid though, you know. She's the one that holds the strings, you know, if you get what I'm saying. And I'm like, yeah, I do, sir. Thank you. Hang on. This is very wait, let me so many things. Hang on. He is a big talker. He has a lot of filler words when he talks to me. That's why I'm like, hold on. He said I saw my He said I saw my spirit lifting from my body, and he said all I really wanted to do was just hug him. All I wanted to do was hug him. Why couldn't I have hugged him? He didn't even get to say bye to him that day. That's what he said. He didn't get to say bye to y'all that day?
Actually, we quickly decided to go off because he was going to bed. My mom had been in the bed.
That's it.
And we were quickly leaving. Like, I thought we didn't want a big hug, but it was no until like left.
That's it.
Me, my brother, and my two sisters.
Oh my God. Hang on. Hold on. He's talking about remembering. Oh, so even then he did. He didn't like the shave very often. He's talking about like giving a hug, and he's talking about remembering like the feeling of like the face, and he's talking about, he literally says, oh, I remember, he's like, I want her to hold dear like the memory of giving me a hug and feeling the scruff, and he was like, and smelling my breath knowing I hadn't brushed it like all night, like this whole thing. He's like going into all this, and he was like, I want her to remember these things. Hang on. I want her to know that I'm proud of her. That's a big thing that goes along with this. Hang on. Yeah, wait, where do you want to go? You still haven't made the right decision yet. Do you not know where you want to go yet? That's what he's saying. What you want to do?
Like, career-wise, want to move. My fiance, he's gonna be a computer science guy. And so we're just deciding to go to like Arizona.
Okay. Come to Texas.
I heard it's beautiful.
It is. It's a great place. We have great cost of living. It is wonderful weather. You know, it's hot as balls during the summer, but that's why you have air conditioning everywhere, and you just stay inside. And for people like you and me that are clear, it works out great. Hang on. Wait. Would y'all be going to Phoenix?
Not sure. He's talked about it, but it's kind of up in the air.
Okay. Wait, give it. I think if y'all do move to Texas, you're going to be going to like Dallas area. So just wait. Hold on. God, that's a whole nother thing. Hang on. He said if he can just make a decision. So your husband's not, I'm going to call him husband right now. Is he not the best at like nailing down decisions?
Yeah, he's very up in the air.
Okay, because his dad's just like, if he can make a freaking decision, I'm like, okay, it's fine. Hang on. He's talking about you. He says, don't have kids early. He says, me and your mom were too young when we had them. He's like, don't do it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Hold on. I mean, I had mine at 22. It's okay. You know, hang on. Fur babies. Wait, you have pets? Cool. Okay, because he's like, oh, they're practicing. They have fur babies right now. I'm like, oh, okay, good, perfect. Hang on. He's talking about you. Do you feel like you connect to him? Okay, because he's talking about you having like this inner peace or like this inner wisdom that you can like feel him and align with him and connect with him. So just know that that's a real thing. Okay.
On Sunday night, I was walking down my stairs, and I see a shadow. Somebody was downstairs, and I instantly thought it was him.
Yeah, this is why. So when he's talking to me, this is why it sounds so like I'm recording a conversation, because they hang out with you. And when they get in this level, they become very vocal, and you'll start to see things like shadows or feeling. Don't ever be afraid about the shadows. It's just the fact that that's the easiest way to show themselves, because there's no color and form. Like they don't have to say, "Ooh, what am I going to make silver?" Otherwise they'd turn on as Yeti cups all the time. But so just know it, love it. And if you get freaked out by it, ever, because as soon as you start, this is for you in the future, as soon as you start accepting it more and more, it's going to happen more and more. So now you have to decide, how do you want to see them or feel them or hear them? I personally used to see them, and it's terrified the bejesus out of me. And so I said, I will hear you and see you in my head. And things do happen now, especially after sessions with other people. But I'm always like, nope, I love you. Nope, I won't talk to you until you go this other way. So make sure when you're in these big transition points, also when your life is starting to uproot and move, like you will be moving, I can tell you that 110%. When that does happen, the activity picks up as well, because it's almost like they protect you. They make sure that you're okay. They put their arms around you to make sure that you have safe travels, because there's a lot of shit that goes on in the world that they don't have control over. So they like to make sure that everything's good. So if there happens to be like a delay in plans, like unexpectedly, don't be upset about that. Just be like, oh, that's great, because that means something else probably could have happened in that moment that was not so good. Okay. So always just be accepting and happy to what comes your way. Okay. Hang on. Let me get, God, this turns into a dad thing instead of John. Hang on. Hang on. Is John older than him? I know they're twins.
I don't know who's older. I'm pretty sure he's like a couple seconds or minutes older.
Okay. Because I always like to ask them. Twins are very, very funny because they always battle for who's older. And I was like, so who's older here? And he's like, I am. I'm over him. And like, it does this thing. So I'm like, confirm with me if he's older, because he's saying he is. Hang on. Yeah, we got her. He says, yeah, I got her. He's like, but I have kids to watch over of my own too. So he's over there with them. Hang on. They found John dead. He says, this is what he said. He said, they killed me. I said, what are you talking about? I said, what the shit is this? And he says, they found me dead. I said, what are we doing with this?
We haven't had good experience again. Again, that's why she took the death certificate. So we're not very sure what happened to him. Could never get a confirmation.
Well, so use that as part of a confirmation. I can tell you that for sure, because those are very straight up words. Hang on. He said it was like they wanted to make me look like I was just asleep. He said people are always out to get stupid bastards, you know. He's upset. Hang on. Who knows who knows who those guys were? So it's guys. Hang on. I wasn't even at was he not even at his house when they found him?
He was in his mother's house. So he lived with them when he moved over to New Jersey, and he's trying to find a place so he could take custody of his daughter.
That's why.
And he happened to a big fight the night he passed. That's all we heard about that.
Yeah, because I'm asking him where he's at, and he's like, I'm not. He's like, I wasn't even in my own freaking home, like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Hang on. There's no guns involved, though. It's all strangling. He said I think he got strangled. I'm pretty sure, because the way he's talking about and like being pushed into a corner and like, but then he's talking about them leaving no traces of it, stuff like that. And then he's talking about like they made me just look like I was asleep. I'm like, the only way they can do that is either blunt force trauma or like strangling you. But then he's also talking about how, but who are these people? Hang on. He said, I don't fucking care. He's very aggressive with what's happening with him. He would be. I mean, he's supposed to be. He's mad about how he passed and what happened. Hang on. Fucking skunks covered it up. So the police covered it up. Hang on. Do you feel like it has something to do with what he was doing with his company as well?
That I'm not 100% sure because my mom's the one that always talked to him and everything. And we didn't talk much about what happened before he died. But he did live with somebody in town that lived in the attic who was very sick.
He's talking about money. He's talking about like money involving and like money wanting his stuff or something like that. So I'm like, is it involving like taking part of the company or something like that? Hang on. I think he got murdered. I feel he got murdered. I feel like he got murdered and nobody got taken to court for it. It's a shame that James passed, your daddy did, the way he did. But I can tell you he loves you a whole lot. He's not with John. He's different. John still feels like he's almost searching for what happened to him. But he's back and forth. So John will be with you. And if you can just tell him you love him a lot, it'll bring love to him and it'll allow him to move up. He's not bad. He's a wonderful person. He's just still kind of pissed. So if you want to do some research into that, let me know. But in closing for right now, if you need me again, just email me. Okay. He knows what's going on, knows that you're getting married. So just enjoy it. Okay. Like everything. Take 5 minutes right now and have a good breather. Have a good cry. Number one. Okay. Number two, when I send you the recording tomorrow, re-listen to it, re-watch it. If you have any questions, email me. Okay. And just tell them you love them. It's all about appreciation. Okay. You're welcome. I love you, baby. And if you need anything or if you need me, just let me know. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I love you, babe.